My name is Anthony Tone Show Nunez, and today we're talking about Van Helsing, Season 2, Episode 5, Save Yourself. Okay guys, so from the beginning of this episode, we knew what we're going to get. We're going to get a grand battle royale between Sam and Vanessa, and it did not disappoint. When they say save yourself is the title of this episode, they're definitely not talking about Vanessa and Sam, because these two went battle for battle, right? Round for round, fist for fist in this one. And it picked up right where the last episode ended, basically. Vanessa and Sam are in the gym. The Johnsons, they're trying to help the Juvies get out of this locked room where they're in. So Vanessa, from the beginning, you just see it in her. She's about to kick some Sam ass. And Sam, he's playing with her this whole episode. This whole episode, he's taunting her. He's playing with her. He's teasing her, telling her, look, you didn't know it was me. You killed John. So many people died because of you. That he was just jabbing at her. And you can see Vanessa was pissed off, and she was just trying to take his head off. And Sam, at this point at the beginning of the episode, he doesn't know Vanessa's changed. Later on in the episode, Sam says, there's something different about you. You smell different. So when he's playing with Vanessa, he doesn't know that Vanessa has his super strength now and that she's ready to kick some ass for real. So Sam thinks he has the upper hand. So when Vanessa buries the hatchet, so to say, in his back and he runs away, he smears his blood down the hallway. He's playing cat and mouse with her. There was a lot of playing around with him, right? All these little singy song things he was doing. So he thought he was the cat and Vanessa was the mouse. At the same time, the Johnsons are trying to break out the juvies. So Sam has the juvies, the juveniles from the detention center, locked in this room, right? And the Johnsons show up, the group, and they're trying to break them out. Did you see the eye contact that happened when Ethan, that was the young guy that Vanessa thought from the Johnsons group in the prior episode, that she saw his wrist, he saw an injury on his wrist, and Vanessa thought that someone at the Johnsons was hurting him. But it turns out that he was actually rescued or taken in by the Johnsons. He used to be part of the detention group, those juvenile kids that Sam had locked up. He was part of them. That's why when the young girl, Chloe, she looks through the door and she sees that it's Ethan there, that guy, and she's like, oh my God, he came back. And that's what the kid said in the room. So when she saw him, and finally when Julius lets them out of the room and she kind of locks eyes with that Ethan character, in her eyes, you could see that was either abandonment, that was either shame, but there was something happening between those two characters. And later on, we see that this Chloe character, that she definitely has some tension with Ethan, and Ethan says, well, things are different here. You basically don't call the shots anymore, you and Ryan. And it looks like they were probably punishing this Ethan character, just like they were punishing Felix. You remember Felix, the one that Sam is taking under his wing as the new Mo. They were punishing him and lashing him. So it looks like Ethan and Felix, both of them share this punishment, and both of them were outcasts in this juvenile group. That's why there was that tension between those two characters of Chloe and Ethan later on when they're at the camp. And when she sees him, that was all shame in her eyes. That was shame, and basically Ethan felt abandonment, and she was like, basically, you came back for us, and now I gotta eat it because you just saved me. So that's what that was about with that Chloe character. I'm not sure if they're going to stick around and we're going to see more of the Johnsons, but if they are, I think there's going to be more between this Chloe character and this Ethan character happening. And since they also rescued Felix, there might be more of him as well. At the same time, in another location, we have the Doc and Axel, and they're basically having the odd couple moment that they've been having for a while. And something interesting happened here. One, who set off this bear trap, guys? Who set up this bear trap? Is that one of the bear traps from the Johnsons? Is that one of the Johnsons' bear traps basically that he just walked into? Is that what happened there? So I was curious whose bear trap that was. And finally, the doctor said, I'm sorry. We were waiting for her to say it, y'all. We knew that there was an I'm sorry in there somewhere. She wasn't doing this out of the kindness of her heart. She definitely felt bad for what she did, and we knew it. It was a crummy thing to do. Come on, you left the man to die and then you lied on him. You said, hey, there was nothing I can do. I don't know what happened, right? She lied to Vanessa. So this whole time, the doc is on a trip she's on a trip of redemption. She's trying to bring Axel to Vanessa so Vanessa can bite him and bring him back, turn him back to a human. And she's just basically looking for redemption. And that's why she's tagging along, because she knows she owes Axel. And Axel, he just hates her, man. He hates the doc. He basically, he truthfully and honestly knows that she's the cause of all his problems, and he's right. So when he was telling her, hey, don't be a P, kill me. Damn, Syfy got real X-rated, y'all. So when he was telling her, just kill me here, it finally came out, and the doctor finally said it. I'm sorry. And it was long overdue. It certainly was. Now let's jump to flesh Lucky, and Mo, right? So everybody's basically trying to find Vanessa. You have Flesh, Lucky, and Mo trying to find Vanessa. You have Axel and the Doc trying to find Vanessa, and Vanessa's trying to find herself. She's just so stuck in anger. So Lucky and Flesh finally had a moment, y'all. They had a kiss, and it looks like maybe something else. And it looks like these two characters were headed that from the minute they met. Did you see how Lucky just towers over Flesh? By the way, man, she's tall. So from the minute they met, we knew there was some type of chemistry there, and it finally happened. You saw Mo; he had a little grin on his head, it's like, yeah, it's going down. So that finally happened there. And remember that Mo's being treated with cocaine because they didn't have any painkillers, so they've been giving him coke. So looked like Mo's developing a habit, and that's what Lucky and Flesh were basically talking about. That we have to get him off of this. That's what they were talking about there. But they had a moment there definitely, and they're looking for Vanessa as well because Flesh knows that Vanessa is the key to everything, right? So he's trying to get Mo to Vanessa, and Mo's trying to get back to Vanessa because he owes Vanessa, and definitely, even though he helped her before when he got injured, he still owes Vanessa. So those three are headed towards Vanessa's path as well. Same time, Axel and the Doc are headed towards Vanessa, and hopefully they find them soon because Axel looks like he's not in good shape, y'all. Now jumping back to Vanessa and the Johnsons, right? So looks like Sam tracked the Johnsons. He actually he remember he's really fast. He got ahead of them and he got to the group and it looks like he picked them all off finally, right? They weren't able to handle him because he's a super powerful vampire, right? He's a psychopath, he's a vampire, a serial killer, a lot of talents with Sam, right? So basically he got to the camp, he looks like he just ravaged the camp. He took them all out. So when Vanessa gets back, she's just eager to get out there and fight them. And then did you see when the Johnsons were asking her, hey, Vanessa, we don't want to get in your way, but you should definitely eat something. And Vanessa turns to them and says, I'll stay and eat something. We didn't know that what she was going to eat was going to be on Felix's arm, right? So when Felix says to her, hey, who's this Muhammad character? And Vanessa says, you know, Sam's such a psychopath. Don't worry about it. And he's like, I really want to do something. I really want to be part of his death. So Vanessa's like, give me your arm. And she cuts him, right? And she bites into him. So when she was saying, I'm going to bite to eat, she meant to, I'm going to eat Felix, right? Remember, Vanessa, she has similar abilities to a vampire in the fact that taking blood into her system gives her a superpower and enhances her abilities. She gets super strength, she gets her tracking abilities, and she definitely heals quicker. So that little snack that she got from Felix's arm is going to aid her in tracking down Sam, and that's why she ran into the night to track Sam. Now let's get down to the Royal Rumble, yo. That was so pleasing. My favorite part of the episode was when Sam and Vanessa faced off, and you saw at the beginning when Sam went at Vanessa, and Vanessa slammed him, right? She threw him over his back, and he just looked, and he's like, what the hell? That's when he realized, hey, there's something different with Vanessa, and that's when the ass kicking began. That was so pleasing to see Vanessa just lay down the smackdown on Sam. But when Sam started stabbing, I'm like, ah, man, Vanessa has a problem, y'all. She likes to leap into danger. She doesn't really look. She's just headstrong about things. She's just overpowering, like, ah, I got this anger in me and I'm going to take him down. So it was a good thing that Julius didn't listen. Notice how Vanessa's telling Julius, hey, stay behind. These kids need you. She's trying to brush him off. She doesn't really want him with him, right? She doesn't want Julius with her. But Julius is hard-headed, and he feels like he has a debt to repay. A lot of people in the show have a debt to repay, right? So it's a good thing Julius showed up, and Julius actually has good aim. We saw in the back that, in the back of the front of the episode, actually, a lot of people have shot at Sam at this point. One of the Johnsons shot at Sam, the kids, the juvie shot at Sam, and it seemed like Sam was almost impervious to bullets, right? Like he was bulletproof. But Julius has his number. It looks like he's really accurate with the shotgun. He's surgical, like Pulp Fiction, right? That line from Pulp Fiction. So he hits him, and he hits him, and he's actually taking Sam down. But it turns out that Sam was just taking the shots. Basically, he was counting because he knew he would be able to heal. And when he was out of shots, Julius was going to be in trouble. And so you saw, guys, how he was taunting him, say, "I killed your mom and I also slept with her." Come on, how you gonna insult the man's mom, y'all? So Sam was teasing Julius out there. We don't know if he actually did kill his mother or he was just playing with her. Remember, the whole episode, Sam is just playing with them. He's like, he's the cat and they're the mouse, and he's toying with them the whole episode with these nursery rhymes and his sickness. So Julius gave Vanessa just enough time to get up and recuperate to get back in the fight. And finally, when they have him basically pinned upstairs, I was looking at the window. I'm like, cover that window. He's gonna get out, guys. And he did exactly that. He jumped through the window, head first through the back, right? He just leaped through the window, and I thought he was dead. I'm like, damn, that's the ending. I wanted it to be more rewarding. I wanted Vanessa really to like tear his head off or something. I know, violent, but I wanted it to be more rewarding, right? I feel like that he deserved more of a better ending than that. So when he was in there, when they got to the bottom and he was missing, I was like, I was kind of relieved because I felt like Vanessa needed to finish him off in a much more graphic way. So I was a little bit relieved that he got away. I thought it was too simple a death for him. So, another thing that happened in this episode was interesting. We saw that Dimitri got news. He almost killed the messenger, right? What the messenger told them was that Anastasia was dead. Remember back in the other episode that passed, that ninja came up and stabbed Anastasia in the back of the head, and she saved Muhammad. And by save, I'm not sure I'm assuming it's a her. I'm not sure if that ninja saved Muhammad or she was just, I don't know, a path to kill vampires, because she necessarily didn't help Muhammad. She just left Muhammad there injured, and that's when Flesh got involved, right? So that ninja killed Anastasia, and Anastasia, remember, she was giving Dimitri those funky bloodbaths, so they had the bow chicka bow bow going on, right? So Dimitri got news. That's what he said, Anastasia. That's what he said right there. So he was full of rage, and that's when he said, "Hey, I need an army. I need a legion." Because remember, when the rebels attacked his castle, his domain, they decimated his army, and Vanessa took care of a lot of them. So he went back to Julius's old group, his legion, is basically the vampires under him, and he basically said, "Hey, you serve me now." That's when he took that vampire's jaw. They were basically like showing, hey, who's the alpha dog, right? Who's the alpha wolf? And they basically agreed to follow Dimitri but basically to avenge Julius, because they felt that Vanessa turning Julius back to a human was a big offense to them. So now it looks like Dimitri has a small set of vampires following him, which are Julius's ex-vampires. It'll be interesting when these guys finally catch up to Vanessa and Julius. When they see Julius, what type of relationship is there going to be there? What type of interaction? Are these guys still going to be loyal, or are they just going to attack him because he's a human? Also, we found out that the doc, Julius and Vanessa have all been having these visions about this door, and that's what Axel said. I know where that is, referring to the blood smear painting. That was kind of funky, right? That the doc painted. So it looks like we're gonna find out who's behind this door. It said quarantine. So is that old vampire looking dude that we saw? Is that vampire guy a Van Helsing? Is he an older vampire? We're gonna find out what's behind that door. I think it's that funky vampire. Also, are we going to see more of this vampire hunter, this ninja that we talked about, and where this ninja's leading? Is she or he? I think it's a she. Is she hunting Dimitri? Is she hunting Vanessa? We're going to find out, I guess, in the next episode. I've been having a really good time, y'all. I really like the way the show is progressing, and I think Sam has so far been a great villain, a great addition to the cast, because he was missing for a while, right? And it was good to see him come back. Anyway, guys, this is a Tone Show. If you like my recaps, you like my reviews, you like what I do on this channel, definitely hit that like button. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys enjoyed about this episode. And as always, Tone Show.
Remember to like and subscribe for more Tone Show.